In 93 Sydney Cup, let's join him at Randwick.
Thanks, Max. Yep, only 9 runners in the Sydney Cup, so it's sure not a field like the Melbourne Cup, but it's a bit of quality, and the Melbourne Cup winner, Sub-Zero, heads the list. Let's look at the prices. Sub-Zero is at 7-4, and I think he'll only be the 4th horse to win the Melbourne Cup and the Sydney Cup in the same season if he gets the prize. $2.80 at the moment on the tote for $1 investment. Mercator is at 11-2, 5.5 to 1. Big Baron at 16 to 1. He likes the wet, but his recent form's not real good. Tiaku Nick, Shane Dye at 9 to 2. Hazam, Mick Dittman's mount, is an 8 to 1 chance. Luristina, 2-miler from New Zealand, is at 11 to 1. Cautious Cluden, the good honest plotter, ridden by Kevin Moses, is at 8 to 1. Galilei at 40 to 1. And Enough Time is quite well in commission too at 80 to 1. Race time about 11 minutes away, and we'll be back live. Here's Kenny Sutcliffe.
Good on you, Ken, and we'll return there very shortly for the... We're very close to the start of the 1993 Sydney Cup. Let's join the Prince of Callers, John Tappert Randwick, who first saw the Sydney Cup 38 years ago, Tappy.
You've been earwicking.
I have.
Yeah, Ken, that's true. 38 years ago today, I came to the races for the first time in my life with my late grandfather. I'll never forget it. We carried a brown paper bag with us containing corned beef and pickle sandwiches. I can still taste them. 38 years later. The winner that year was a horse called Talisman, ridden by the late Stan Cassidy. Who will be the winner in 1993, Ken? Will it be that grey horse, Sub-Zero, winner of last year's Melbourne Cup?
Well, that's the one the punters want, John. Sub-Zero's into 6 to 4. I think Mercator can give him a run for his money. Here are the latest prices. Number 1 Sub-Zero, as I said, is now into $2.50 for $1 investment. Odds of 6 to 4. Mercator, 11 to 2 into 5 to 1. $6 exactly, might firm a touch more. Big Baron is at 16 to 1. Number Tiaku Nick, Gay Waterhouse's horse. TAB number 4 is at 6 to 1. Azam is almost at 9 to 1, $9.80 at the moment for $1 investment. Grand Cooksley, that master rider of stayers, Luristina, firming to just over 10 to 1 now. She's been well supported. Number 7 Cautious Cluden at 8 to 1. Galilei is the roughie of the field at 40 to 1, and Enough Time, Darryl McClellan, with only 47.5 on his back, is a 9 to 1 chance. A little bit of quality, but as we said earlier, there's only 9 runners in the 1993 Sydney Cup, but the list is headed by Sub-Zero, who is trying to become the 4th horse to win the Melbourne Cup, Sydney Cup double in the one season, and I think the last horse to do that was Galilei in 1966-67. Here's Johnny.
Good on you, Ken. Thank you very much. And, of course, Sub-Zero also won the Adelaide Cup last year, so it'd be a unique treble. Now, there's a close-up of the starting gates as the last 2 or 3 horses move in. Now, Big Baron goes into the stalls. Looks like Tiaku Nick might be the only one we're waiting on, winner of last year's Metropolitan Handicap. Tiaku Nick is moving into the outside barrier, and the starters coming over now to release the field, and they look good. And they're ready for a start in the 3,200 metre Sydney Cup. Racing in the Cup, Tiaku Nick on the extreme outside anticipated the start and bounced right out in front of Sub-Zero, followed by Big Baron Azam. Cautious Cluden settles down about 5th as they go over the first crossing, and then Galilei, Luristina, Mercator, and Enough Time is now slipping up on the inside as they come to the 700 mark. To the home turn the first time, and Tiaku Nick is left in front, led by about a half length to Big Baron, who's starting to pull a bit second. Running third then is Sub-Zero on the outside of Azam, 2 to Galilei on the inside of Cautious Cluden, 2 to Enough Time on the inside of Mercator, and 2 lengths away last Luristina, who is the only mare in the race this year. Coming around the turn now to the 400 metres mark on the first occasion, and the Metropolitan winner Tiaku Nick racing a couple of horses off the fence is a clear-cut leader over Big Baron, and they are crawling down the home straight the first time. Sub-Zero running third on the outside, Azam is hugging the rail, followed by Cautious Cluden, Galilei, then Mercator and Luristina, and Enough Time is last about 8 lengths off the lead as they approach the judge with a lap to go. Sub-Zero. Tiakau Nick slows them up, leads by a length and a half to Big Baron, winner of last year's Dalgety. Mercator is now being allowed to stride up on the outside and is trying to force the pace a little bit. Tiakau Nick in front, leaving the straight by just about a length on Mercator. Big Baron is third, Sub-Zero's a neck away on the outside, and then Enough Time starting to cruise forward under his lightweight, followed by Azam and Cautious Cluden, and the last couple of Galilei and Lurastina. Out of the home straight past the 2,000 metres mark, Tiakau Nick is headed off by the lightweight Enough Time. Enough Time, who's the most lightly raced horse in the field, goes to the front at the 1,800 mark and led by more than a length. Mercator's taking him on, dies in trouble on Tiakau Nick, who resented being headed. He wants to go hard now. He had the head up in the air for a few strides. Now they've quickened over the crossing at the 1,600. Enough Time is the leader. Mercator keeping in touch, 2.5 away. Third is Tiakau Nick, and then Sub-Zero, a half length to Big Baron on the fence, a length and a half Cautious Cluden, a half length away on the inside Azam, followed by Galilei and Lurastina last at the 1,400 mark. Now the pace is genuine. Enough Time is the leader, a length on Mercator, about 5 away Tiakau Nick, followed by Big Baron and Sub-Zero, a length and a half to Cautious Cluden on the outside of Azam, and the last couple in the race are Lurastina and Galilei as they race up to the top turn. They've got about 900 to go. Enough Time's a neck in front of Mercator, 2 lengths away Tiakau Nick, a neck to Big Baron on the fence, followed by Sub-Zero. They're starting to pack up tightly as they come to the crossing at the 800 mark. Then Azam, followed by Cautious Cluden and Lurastina, and dropping out last Galilei. Over the crossing at the 800 mark, Mercator drew to the lead from Enough Time and Tiakau Nick, followed by Big Baron. Sub-Zero's only 4 lengths off the lead as they approach the corner. Azama's next, and then Cautious Cluden, followed by Lurastina under pressure, and Galilei last of the 9 as they near the turn. 500 left to go. Mercator about a neck in front of Tiakau Nick, 2 lengths away Big Baron. Sub-Zero's under heavy pressure as they come to the turn, followed by Cautious Cluden. Heads a turn for home. Mercator just led Tiakau Nick on the outside. Sub-Zero is coming after them. Cautious Cluden on the outside looking a danger, and then Big Baron followed by Azam. Tiakau Nick is clear, 200 to go. He got away from them. Azam coming right down the outside, looks the danger. Azam is coming after Tiakau Nick. Tiakau Nick still in front. Azam's got him now. Azam goes to the lead, and Mighty Mick Azam is coming away in the last bit and wins the cup brilliantly. Wanted to hang in near the post, but Azam beat Tiakau Nick. Sub-Zero third, fourth Mercator, followed by Big Baron. Cautious Cluden couldn't run the trip, and then Lurastina, Galilei, and a long last Enough Time in the Cup of 93.
Yeah, well, let's watch this replay as we pick them up here. That's Tiakau Nick, Shane Dye going for home, but down the outside, not the grey everybody expected, not Sub-Zero, but Azam, ridden by Mick Dittman. And Mighty Mick goes to the line to beat Tiakau Nick with Sub-Zero in third place. If you back them on the tote, the winner, number 5 Azam, $9.80 and $2.90 the place. Number 4 Tiakau Nick, $2.10 a place, and number 1 Sub-Zero third at $1.40. And that was the Sydney Cup of 1993.
Yes, the man they call the enforcer, Mick Dittman. Fantastic ride there. Brilliant pictures too from Randwick. Sit tight in the saddle. We'll be right back after the break.
Between the saddle and the ground, mercy's sword is mercy found. Between the saddle and the ground.
There's the Sport of Kings. Ken Callender has a market on race number 7, the second leg of the double at Moonee Valley. Ken?
Yeah, thanks, Maxie. The WR Kimball handicap it is. It's a race for 3-year-old stayers of 2,040 metres. Number 1, the horse I want to win that's getting a bit desperate today. Come on, boy. Sent away. Mark Flaherty is at 7-2, 3.5 to 1. Shipwreck Coast at 8 to 1. Strike High is firming in the market into 4 to 1 now. David Taggart. Apprentices cannot claim in this race, however. Escanaba, Dean Nikolic at 20 to 1. Cryptographic is a 7 to 1 chance. Our Khan is scratched. Son of Raj at 8 to 1. Isle of Ends, Craig Din at 20 to 1. The other option is a 10 to 1 chance. The same price for Pirate Jack. Star Musetta, Jay Keating at 80 to 1. Brilliant Strike at 40 to 1. Makatai at 60 to 1. Simply Smooth, that's one put on for me. Simply Smooth at 80 to 1. Still Zam at 10 to 1. And Golden Harp was a scratching this morning. Okay, they're just about all in line there. I think 1 or 2 to go in for the WR Kemble handicap, but time for us now to cross down to the valley, just over a lap this race, an exciting contest.
An empty stall in Isle of Inns, set away. And welcome once again to viewers to Channel 9 Wide World of Sports. As we approach the second leg of the double here in Victoria, there's Meridian Strike coming in. Cryptographic is set, so only one out. 2, in fact. Son of Raj is not yet set. Son of Raj to move in, and they'll soon be on their way. Start affected from where they start the WS Cox Plate, right at the top of the straight here at Moonee Valley. And Steel Zam has moved in, all white colours of the club. Shipwreck Coast, the inside runner. And there's the light. They're off now, and Shipwreck Coast on the inside was the first to begin. Makaitai missed it slightly. Star Musetta got it very well with Pirate Jack, who's reefing for his head early. And down the outside, Cryptographic is going up in a hurry, and very deep on the track is Steel Zam, followed by Son of Raj and Escanaba. Passing the judges' box now, and Shipwreck Coast has dashed to the front, a half length to Star Musetta. Going fast on the outside, Cryptographic, but very deep, being followed by Centreway, getting him in a handy position. He was followed by Escanaba, a bit further back out deep on the track, Son of Raj. Pirate Jack on the inside of Strike High. Isle of Inns a bit further back with Simply Smooth, followed by Makaitai. The other option second last, and Meridian Strike has dropped out to last. They're coming down the side at the 1400 metre mark, and on the inside, Shipwreck Coast, a half length clear of Son of Raj. A length further back in third place is Star Musetta, getting a nice run along the inside. Fourth is Centreway. Cryptographic on his outside. They're followed by Steel Zam going forward, just in behind them Escanaba, and they were being closely attended by Isle of Inns. A length to Pirate Jack, dropping back in the field at that point, being passed by Simply Smooth, Makaitai. Strike High's a fair way back, followed by Meridian Strike, and last of all down the side the other option, down past the 1000, and the pace being set here by Shipwreck Coast, and there goes Simply Smooth on the outside to tackle it, and they're a length and a half in advance of Son of Raj. Star Musetta making ground as Steel Zam on the outside of Cryptographic, followed closely by Isle of Inns, dropping back along the inside centre way, being passed there by Escanaba, and Strike High starting to go forward. In behind them Makaitai, Pirate Jack further back, followed by Meridian Strike on the other option. They're coming down the school side at the 600, and they're packing up in the lead. Shipwreck Coast about to be tackled very quickly here by one that's made a very fast run around them as Strike High, and Simply Smooth is there also. And over on the outside, joining in also is Steel Zam as they make the home turn. Strike High around the outside, Son of Raj the centre, and over on the inside is Shipwreck Coast, followed by Escanaba and Meridian Strike from a long way back. Centreway's very deep and a long way back as they straighten up. Son of Raj takes the lead, tackled by Meridian Strike, who hit the front in one bound, and Meridian Strike got clear halfway down the running Escanaba. Centreway starting to flash home, but ducked in under pressure. Meridian Strike is the leader. Centreway is grabbing him very quickly. Meridian Strike will hang on. Meridian Strike a long head to Centreway. A good thing beaten. Third home probably Escanaba ahead of Son of Raj, and they were followed next by Cryptographic, then Strike High, Star Musetta, followed by the other option Makaitai. Shipwreck Coast behind them. Steel Zam, Pirate Jack, Isle of Inns last, Simply Smooth.
Yes, at Moonee Valley, the numbers 12, 1 and 4. Meridian Strike $39.20 and $9.40. Centreway $1.60 and Escanaba $4.90. Now for the next at Randwick, race 7, the Frank Packer Plate. Ken likes number 1, Innocent King, to be ridden by Jay Cassidy. Progress scores in the...
Horse is about to move into line. It's race number 7 at Randwick. It's called the Frank Packer Plate. Here's Ken Callender.
Yeah, thanks very much, Max. The Frank Packer Plate for 3-year-olds. It's a set weight race, and the horse in the orange cap there in your screen, just going into the barrier, TAB number 1, is the AJC Derby winner, Innocent King. He's sweating up a little bit, but I think his rivals will be sweating before this race ends. He's at prohibitive odds on, as we thought, $1.70, which is about 11 to 8 on. Air Seattle at 12 to 1, Play or Pay at 8s, Palace Symphony at 10s, Juice, probably because Mick Dittman's riding him, is into 7 to 1, Galician is at 100 to 1, He's Classic 33, Rather Regal 40, Temelane 80, Parramatta Road 16, Shrewd Operator 20, Hurricane was scratched this morning, Piper's Chair and Martha's Way, both at 80 to 1. There's just one horse to go in, and we're ready for the running of the 1993 Frank Packer Plate, where the favourite odds on is Innocent King. Here's Johnny.
Thanks, Ken. It's a Group 3 race for 2-year-olds. 3-year-olds, I beg your pardon. 2,000 metres the journey, and Rather Regal is the last one to go in. Rather Regal goes up now to complete the line, and they're set for the Frank Packer Plate. Parramatta Road stands nicely, so does Palace Symphony. set. Racing in the Frank Packer Plate, Palace Symphony anticipated the start. Air Seattle seemed to take a backward step and is last to leave the gate. Parramatta Road began well, and so did Shrewd Operator, followed by Piper's Chair, Play or Pay coming over in a hurry. A pretty keen race for the early lead, and between horses now Piper's Chair forges to the front to be taken on and headed by Play or Pay. Running third, Parramatta Road, followed by Shrewd Operator, Deuce, Rather Regal, Palace Symphony. Innes King settles down a little bit worse than midfield. A gap then to Air Seattle, followed by Martha's Way. A good way back as they swing into the back straight. He's Classic, followed by Galician, and last of all is Tamerlane. Play or Pay puts on some pace at the 1400 mark and led well over Piper's Chair. Parramatta Road third, 3/4 away, Shrewd Operator. A length and a half to Deuce, a neck to Rather Regal. A length to Palace Symphony, a half to Innocent King on the outside. And then Air Seattle, followed by He's Classic as they race down the back of the course. At the head of the others then came Martha's Way, followed by Galician, and Tamerlane is last, about 15 lengths off the lead. Play or Pay dictating the terms on the top turn at the 1000 mark, led well over Piper's Chair, Shrewd Operator, Parramatta Road on the fence, followed by Rather Regal on the outside of Deuce. Deuce has got nowhere to go at the moment as they go over the crossing. Innocent King is taking closer order. In on the fence is Palace Symphony, followed closely then by He's Classic. At the head of the others came Martha's Way. From Air Seattle, Galician, and Tamerlane as last as they come down the side. 700 out now, Play or Pay, the leader over Piper's Chair. Shrewd Operator going up 3 deep, and then Parramatta Road, Rather Regal. Innocent King is 6th as they near the turn, still about 5 off the lead. Air Seattle is Deuce rather strung up behind those with nowhere to go, and then He's Classic, followed by Palace Symphony, and Martha's Way is off the track, and Air Seattle's in front of only a couple. Coming over the rise, Play or Pay going strongly. Innocent King on the outside, running into second places, coming after him now. Deuce on the fence, starting to run on well. Play or Pay still in front. Innocent King is flat to the boards, can't get him at the moment. Play or Pay's a length in front. Cassidy throwing everything at Innocent King. Inch by inch, the Derby winner is pegging back the leader, but the post will be too close, and Play or Pay wins the Packer Plate. Pay or Play beat Innocent King. Palace Symphony has run third. Deuce is fourth, followed by Rather Regal, Air Seattle, and then He's Classic, a mile back Parramatta Road with Galician, Tamerlane, Martha's Way, Shrewd Operator, and Piper's Chair last to finish in the Packer Plate of 93.
There was an upset. Play or Pay winning the Frank Packer Plate, ridden by Kevin Moses, and if you've been lucky enough to back him, he's paid $9.10 the win and $2.30 the place. And as we pick them up, Play or Pay has just gone to the lead. That's Deuce over on the rails, and in the orange cap challenging down the centre of the track is Innocent King. Perhaps his Derby run was a bit too much for him, and he couldn't peg back this leader, Play or Pay. Play or Pay won handsomely. For the minor placing, Innocent King is going to pay $1.10, and third was Palace Symphony, TAB number 4, which will pay $2.50 for a place. Here's another replay. Here we see Play or Pay in front, Innocent King out after him, Deuce on the rails, can't do any better, and it's Palace Symphony coming down the outside in the red and yellow to run third. But Play or Pay gets the prize from the Derby winner Innocent King in the Frank Packer Plate of 1993. And boys, that was racing on the Wide World of Sports for today.
Well done, Ken, and we're still running on this edition of Wide World of Sports. Sit tight, we'll have more in just a moment.
Play or Pay, $9.10 and $2.30. Innocent King, $1.10, and Palace Symphony, $2.50.